Alright guys, cameos. We are talking cameos today. I really like the cameos, not going to lie. I absolutely love the cameo system. I don't know about you. I heard a lot of people being dissatisfied with it, but today I'm going to cover everything that you need to know about cameos. So if you're a beginner and you don't know anything about it, you came to the right place. First thing first, what you need to pay attention when it comes to cameos is the haste. Whether the cameo has 100 or 130 basically means that the cameo can do more attacks, and the cameo with higher haste strikes first. Usually diamond characters like this, for instance, have 130, 120. Generally, they have higher haste than golds. You can imagine that like power generation. Also, every cameo has offensive attacks, which is basically special 1 and special 3 of the regular version of the character. You can do special 3 once the enemy is below certain health threshold. You can see here. If your opponent health drops below 30%, the attack becomes even stronger. But you can use it just once. So if the enemy is below 30, you can gain shield, but you can do that just once. While special 1 you can use, it doesn't matter how many times. Special 2, or the defensive skill of the cameo, unlocks if the enemy does special attack on you. So basically it saves you from the damage and applies the debuff or buff to you. The problem with the special attack 2, or the defensive ability, I have a problem that I cannot control it. I can only control it when the enemy does something. So I have to rely on the enemy in order to get the buff or the debuff which I need. So the most important thing when it comes to the cameo is the first one, and the third ability. The second ability has secondary importance, even though I wouldn't say it's bad. If the character has perfect special 1, special 3, and special 2, it's the best cameo. Which basically means that Classic Sub-Zero, in my opinion, is one of the very best gold cameos in the game. The only problem I have with him is that I don't like the special attack 2 modifier. I mean, weaken is just okay, it's nothing special, but I'll prefer something else. Still, this links me to the point. Why do you want to invest Dragon Crystals in cameos to level them up? First thing first, level them up requires souls. Do not level them up by souls, especially the first levels. It is just super easy to get them to crypt and just increase the level. So that's one thing. Second thing is do not do that if the cameo is 100% the cameo that you want to use. Why I'm saying that? Because the damage increase is going to be neglectable. Look at this, 949 to 1044. But it will increase the duration of the buff or the debuff. I'm going to showcase in a second. So Fusion 0, level 1 of the skill of Classic Sub-Zero is going to give you freeze for 1 second, while level 10 is going to give you freeze for about 10 seconds. I'm going to showcase that in a second. So it's actually, it makes sense to increase the stats, the levels up of the skills, and it's much more important than the level of the character, because let's be real, cameos have also fusion so that you can progress in the fusion, increase the damage, but I only care for the cameos when it comes to the utility. So I want them to apply debuffs and buffs when I need it. I don't really care about the damage. Of course, the higher the damage the better, but that's not the best thing about cameos. If I have to generally say which are the best cameos, generally once again, because each cameo can be useful in certain situations, I would say that generally Black Dragon Cabal, for instance, one of the very best cameos. It has snare, it has power generation, which is awesome, and it has speed on special 2. So every single debuff that this guy offers or buff is amazing. Another great cameo in my opinion is Sub-Zero, but not MK11 Sub-Zero, but if I filter only on Sub-Zeros, it is going to be, where is Sub-Zero? There we go. So this Sub-Zero, called Sub-Zero, is pretty damn awesome. He has the same thing like Classic Sub-Zero, however, he also has freeze on special 2, which is insane. So the drawback of this Sub-Zero is that he doesn't have 130 haste, so other diamond cameos are going to strike first. And more or less that's it. Guys, if I have to give you one example of a bad cameo, I believe Shang Tsung was horrible. Let me filter by character and go here and go here, Shang Tsung, and show you this guy. This guy is a bad cameo because he doesn't have anything, especially if you have him low fusion, which is going to be the case in the beginning. He doesn't do anything on special attack 1, he doesn't do anything on special attack 3 in terms of fatal blow. He just says nothing here, which is weird. Granted, I never tested him, but based on this, and granted, once again, cameos don't inherit passives. So Classic Scorpion is going to be a horrible cameo. His special 1 is not going to pull the weakest guy. So I believe the same thing applies to MK11 Shang. He is going to have just bad special 1 and bad special 2. I'm yet to test that, but these are my observations. If you have tested that already and I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. And finally, the talents. There is a new talent which allows you to delay the defensive ability of the enemy. So look at this. Combo enders have 50% chance to apply kameo attack 2, a cooldown to the opponent team for 7 seconds. Basically, it means that it extends the cooldown. At least this is how I understand it. Now, without any further ado, this is everything I wanted to say when it comes to how the kameos differ and why you need to invest some dragon crystals into the levels. Now, let me show you what I mean in fight. So, in battle, I'm going to do Crypt Floor to the boss. They should have cameos, like literally every single boss has it. So, let's see what's going to happen. Immediately you can see that his cameo going to strike first, because his cameo is actually a diamond character, and that has priority over golds. But that's kind of okay for me going to do X-ray immediately. And then... Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to apply my cameo strike, if I can do something, please. Okay, combo ender. And now, this is going to freeze him, and then Noob Cybot is going to... Hello guys, this is me from the future. On the bottom side of the screen you're seeing basically the clock once I was doing the same thing, however using level 1 kameo Sub-Zero special attacks, and now on the top you're seeing the current state when I have level 10 kameo Sub-Zero special 1, so you can definitely see that the duration has been increased. I don't know about how many seconds, probably by 1 or 1.5, but generally it is longer. By the way, you can see clearly the thing that you just saw is the difference between level 1 freeze when I unlock the cameo and level 10 freeze. You can see the difference is substantial, really substantial. Unfortunately, now I'm going to get yeah, I knew he was going to do that. You cannot really evade the defensive. If it is ready, you cannot evade it. It's going to be there. Nothing you can do. So you have to be careful. If the enemy has a defensive cameo ready, how do you know that, by the way? By this cooldown. You see this cooldown right here? This basically means that the cameo is ready. It's not ready, actually, I'm sorry. This basically means the cameo is not ready. And it is showing you, in a nutshell, it is showing you the cooldown. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use my cameo defensive ability. Then I'm going to use the offensive ability, which is going to give me a free special too. Okay. It was a rough fight, by the way, but I was showing a lot of stuff here. Let's see. I still believe I'm going to win. Even if I don't win in this attempt, it's not going to be a big deal. Their cameo is still not ready. The defensive ability, you can see it's on cooldown. Okay. Unfortunately, the offensive ability is ready. Alright. Back to this guy. Oh! I forgot that. Yeah, in the beginning, guys, it's really interesting. A lot of people think that you cannot control the cameos. You are right. You cannot control kind of the offensive one. The only way you can go around it is by using X-ray, because there's nothing you can do. They cannot do anything by while using X-rays. But when it comes to the defensive, if it is ready, then you just don't use special attacks or try to extend the cooldown. That's everything that I can say when it comes to how to evade cameos. Probably I'm going to do a separate video where I'm going to go in depth once I have a collection of cameos. But for now, I'm extremely satisfied with my classic Sub-Zero, and I mean that, extremely satisfied. Anyways, guys, this is going to be all for me today. A very short video on cameos. This is everything that I know so far. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me a lot. See you next time, guys, and have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.
Perfect.